Hello everybody, Sam Strains here and welcome back to the railway once again. Today we're carrying on for the time being with the transcontinental theme, this time not with steamers but with diesels. And the unboxing is going to be this. And this is the Bachmann loco and Caboose combo, and of course this is the Caboose that I mentioned the other day and we showed on Saturday. As you can see, the loco is number 1468 Union Pacific. It's a gorgeous little HO diesel and it's pretty cool, as I'm sure you'll agree. It says lighted, as you can see in there, which I don't think is the correct term, but never mind, poor Bachmann, being I suppose German or wherever they come from. And there's the Caboose as well, which is not lighted as you may expect. And yeah, I'm going to get this unboxed and then we'll get a close look. So, I've had this for quite a long time actually, but I've only just gotten round to reviewing it and I thought this would be a good time to do it. And we'll get the Caboose as well while we're at it. And there's the Caboose. So, I don't know what this is. This is, oh, it's a 36 pages colour catalogue. It's probably far too late for anything like that. You have to send that off with $1 to cover the cost, but yeah, not bothered about that. Alright, so here it is, number 1468, the loco. We'll get that out now, if I can. Yep, just about. And it's quite a basic model. It doesn't seem like the quality you can expect from Bachmann. Having said that, it's not bad at all, and we'll look at it more closely next time. But as you can see, I've screwed on a Hornby coupling. I did this a long time ago, which means that it's not directly compatible with a Caboose. But as you know, I've got a method of using the Caboose as well, so we can get on with that. Speaking of the Caboose, we'll get this out. This has also got a chimney. As you can see, the chimney's on there, which I suppose is good, if that is a chimney, I don't know. But yeah, it's in good condition, this. I don't think it's been used much before I had it, and it's not bad at all, but let's get it up onto the raised section of track and we will look at it closely. Alright, be right back. Okay, so we'll deal with the loco first anyway. Now, the reason I said this was quite a basic loco is that with the exception of these horns on the top, there are no separately fitted parts. It's all part of the same mould, and there's no metalwork or anything like that, so it's very simple. But having said that, it's quite a smart loco, and the painted detail on there, and you know, the moulded detail I should say as well, is really not bad at all. I mean, if you're a rivet lover like I am, you will not be disappointed with this. There is rivets everywhere. Really, there is. I don't know if the camera will show this as well as it should, but yeah, rivets everywhere. The roof itself isn't too bad. There's lots of fans and grates and stuff on the top. None of it actually is animated. There's no motorised fans or anything like that. Well, I think the effect is quite good. It's certainly not bad at all. You have got glass in the windows, which I suppose is quite good. It could easily have been you know, left without the glass. And there's also a little doorway in the back, but that does not have any glass in the, well, plastic I should say. It does not have any plastic in the doorway. I should also mention that the bogies are extremely detailed as well, especially around the sides of the wheels. The undercarriage obviously isn't very detailed, but there's loads of steps and painted detail, and it all looks quite fine. I suppose with it being HO scale, it's all scaled down a little bit more than it would be if it was 00. So it all looks a little bit finer detail, which is great. Of course, on the front there you can see the little sort of magnification glass over the bulb, which is the headlight, which you'll see for yourself how effective it is. It's not amazingly good, and it also shines through the plastic quite a bit as well. If you switch the lights off, you can see that. But apart from that, you can see on the front there you've got the sort of crest of the Union Pacific Railroad. That's what it says on the front. I don't know if the camera will read that, but yep, that's what it says. And that's, again, it's quite finely printed. As is all the text. The 1468 Union Pacific is clear as a bell, really. It really is very crystal clear, very nicely printed. And also the red trim around the roof and around the bottom of the loco is also extremely sharp, which is, I suppose, the story with the whole loco, really. Everything's very sharp, especially these grills along the top, which are painted in such a way that it makes them look very realistic and almost quite metallic. although that isn't the case. There's no interior cab detail, surprisingly, and there is a lot of space in there, wasted space. The motor is at the back here, on this bogie, and there's no drive shaft connecting it to the front bogie, so there's no reason why they couldn't have an interior cab, other than the fact that that would have made the model more expensive, and I think this is quite a cheap model by the looks of it. Having said that, we will now see how she runs, having had a close look at her, and we will get her running with another loco from Chams 123, once again in a box of goodies. I'll show you that in just a moment. But first, let's have a little look at the Caboose before we do so, and then we'll get them both running on the railway. Okay. Well, here's the highly entertaining HO Caboose. As you can see, Union Pacific there, UP 25743. Now on the box it is described as a free Caboose, which implies that it's a freebie, you know. And it is a little bit cheap looking, I suppose, isn't it? Especially close up like this. But from a distance I think it really looks quite alright. And it certainly does the job. It isn't very detailed, except for at each end where you've got the sort of railing and the little brake wheel and all that sort of stuff. There's no interior whatsoever, and there's no glazed windows or anything like that. In fact, you can see right through in a couple of different places. But I think the roof looks pretty cool. It's all done in a quite glossy paint or plastic, whatever it is. But I think that sort of, it looks like a tin roof in a way, you know, sort of a metallic sort of finish, which if they were metallic and not wooden, that's quite a good effect, and that works quite nicely, I think. But yeah, here's a little close look anyway. It's identical on both sides, so there's no point starting to turn it round. Yeah, there you go, nice close look at the side and the back, which is the same with the front. And yeah, so that's the Caboose. I thought because it's part of the set, I might as well show it you in some detail as well. But now I'm going to stick this on the end of a little train and the loco at the front, and as well as the other loco, and we'll get both trains running together. Okay, so she's on the line and she's hooked up, well, she's going to be hooked up in a moment to the stones in the wagons. British stock, I'm afraid, but I can't do anything about that. And then you've got the conversion car, the green conversion car at the end, which converts to the coupling that the Caboose has, and then of course the Caboose is on the back. We've also got the Amtrak loco, number 229, on the other track, and you'll notice we're actually going around the wrong way today, and it's wrong for British trains at least, but you know, the Americans drive on the opposite side of the road, so you know, it could still be wrong for their trains, but it changes things up a little bit. So yeah, we're on the right side today. I'm going to try coupling with this Union Pacific, though the coupling is quite low down, as you'll probably tell, but it just about does the job, only just, but never mind, it does the job. So, yep, let's try coupling. Though I am 90% sure it won't work, but miracles happen. Nope. Right, the hand of God's going to have to do this one then. Basically all we need to do is lift the hook above here, and that gets it. Now it's only got one hook, so it won't take a lot of knocking. But yeah, hopefully that works. And the loco's got a fair bit of power, so hopefully, this is untested, hopefully this is going to pull forwards. Here we go. And there she goes. Caboose and all. We'll bring the Amtrak round so you can have a good look at her. I do intend to, you know, do a separate review of this loco at some point as well. But you'll notice by now she's also got directional lighting. Well, I don't know if it's directional, but let's bring this into shot. As you can see, she's quite a similar loco. I think she's certainly superior in terms of detail. Yeah, we'll get her going. She's got the tankers from last time hooked up to the back of her. Without any more messing about, let's get a good running session going. Here we go. This girl's going a bit slowly suddenly. Maybe she needs a wheel clean. Maybe there's something wrong. I don't know. But she picks up once she gets close to the controller, so we know what that means. In fact, she's picking up now. I don't know. I'll give her a boost in a minute. Well everybody, hopefully you've had a good, whoa, steady girl. Hopefully you've all had a very good look at these two locos then. And if you've got a favourite between the two, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to message me on Facebook about anything, please visit me on there, which is facebook.com/samstrains. But for now everyone, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this once again, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheers everybody.